So the three most famous words in all of real estate are clear to close. What it means is people are getting paid. If you're a realtor, you want your commission. If you're a buyer, you want the home. And if you're a seller, you want the whole damn thing to end, right? So the clear to close is the lender's message to the title company and everybody in the transaction that the loan is fully approved. Now all we have to do is balance the closing disclosure and make sure we adhere to the 3-day CFPB closing disclosure rule, which we got to have 3 days between the date that the buyer sees that final closing disclosure and the closing date. Then we can schedule a closing. Clear to close. Those are the words we all want to hear. So the final step is this. Once the closing disclosure CFPB rule has been met, the buyer has been given 3 days of time between the last disclosure of their cost to borrow that money and the closing date. Once that's all set, we're ready to close. New Frontier Title will call the buyer, the seller, the agents, everybody involved in the transaction, schedule a closing, and we're very close to the end of the transaction. So once you get the clear to close, now all we got to do is figure out where we're closing. So closings can happen wherever the buyer and seller want the closing to happen. It could be at their home, the office, at Starbucks. It makes no difference. It can be at our office, New Frontier Title, or it can be literally anywhere. So the closing can happen with the mobile notary, which is a professional closing service that we use at New Frontier Title to close transactions, or it can be done in person. But that is the closing process, and it can be done any way you want.